It's a IP address subnetting.
Subnetting. Is that everyone understood?
Yes, Neil.
Okay. So because today we are going to do the lab based on the topic what we discussed last week. Okay. So today is 6th of November. Sorry, September 25. Okay, recap. So we talked about the first service called as a Azure network, which we supposed to discuss today practically. But before to work on Azure network, we need to understand that IP address topic. In this IP address, we talked about classes of IP address, right? Classes of IP address and subnet, default subnet mask. Okay. So we understood class A, we have that is in default subnet mask. We know that is a range of IP address 0 to 126 and default subnet mask is 255.0.0.0/24, not 24, just /8. Class B, we understood that is in 128 to 191 and default subnet mask is 255.0.0, correct? 255.0.0/, what would be the number?
16.
16. Again, class C, we talked about 192 to 223. Okay, and the default subnet mask is 192 to, sorry, subnet mask is 255.255.255.0/24, correct?
Correct, Neil.
And now we understood, okay, each network subnetting, we should find number of host and number of network, correct?
Yes, Neil.
And we understood the number of host indicate called zeros and the number of network indicate for ones, right? Just to understand it, correct?
Correct.
Correct, Neil.
Okay.
Yes, Neil.
Okay. Only 1 second. Done. And also we understood if anyone gives a requirement, right? When we are the cloud administrator, we are become a cloud administrator, the requirement come to us. So create a VNet. They would give you the IP address like this 10.0.0./16. Then we need to, and they will ask that create a subnet, create a two subnet on this network, two subnet on this above address. Okay, so this is also called as a address, is also called as a VNet IP address. VNet IP address. And two subnets should be created within this VNet. When they give you, that is in, we need to identify that is in how many networks we are getting in this, how many network and how many IP addresses are overall, right? So how do we calculate it is when we talk about the /16, the indicator of the slash, it's a ones or zeros? Indicator of the slash 16/8 zeros is
One.
indicate for ones, right? So
Yeah.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and remaining are zeros, correct?
Zero.
Which is 255.255.0.0 6 7 8 and 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So 255 0.0. If someone gave instead of the slash 16, if you gave that is in 19 or 18, what would be the default subnet mask now?
Extra two ones.
192.
What would be the default subnet mask if I say 18?
190.
192.
192. How did I find it? Total 255.255.192.0, correct?
Correct.
Sahi.
How did we got it? How many ones we need to write it? Already 16s are there. Okay, is it 192 or 224? It should be two
One nine-
ones.
Yes.
Two ones, right?
2 ones. Correct. So
Two ones.
128 plus 64.
Correct. Perfect. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It's already 16s are there. So dot 1 1 1 2 3 4 5 6 dot 0 all 8 0, right? 5 6 7 8. Now 255 192 192, how it's come? 128 plus
128 plus 64.
64, because this is a calculation. 128 plus 64, which is 192. Perfect.
Yes,
So default subnet mask, we got it this plus. Now how many networks we are getting here?
If you count in a network, so you have to
2 to the power of
divide
18
18 years.
equal to, and 2 to the power of, for host 2 to the power of 8 plus 6 14. Okay, 18 for ones, 14 for zeros, correct? And 2 to the power of 18, how much it is? 2 to the power of 18, value is 26 2144, right? These many networks we are getting. At the same time, how many overall IP addresses we are receiving? 2 to the power of 14. So 16384. So these many IP addresses are we are getting, correct? In this network, they would be given you subnetting, default subnet mask, and this IP addresses they given you 10.0.0./16, sorry, /18, and please create a network. So very easy. Now this concept is understood, and very easy and simple to create a VNet. Okay, we are making a one big network in Azure, which is called VNet. The name of the service to create a virtual network, which is called as a VNet. We are going to creating VNet. This is my VNet. Okay. It is also called as an address space. Now you can give any name, VNet name. For example, if I give the VNet 1, the name of the VNet, the address is provided 10.0.0.0/18. Okay, this also called as address space. It might ask you interview, what is address space? How do I create it? Okay, we know that is in VNet. It is also called as address space, and you can, and they have mentioned the specific region, which region you would be going to create a VNet to establishing the network, right? Say for example, East US. In this VNet 1, they have asked to create a 2 subnet, right? The subnet name must be provided and creating a 2 subnet. For example, now we would be having for subnet 1 and subnet 2. So name of the subnet you can provide subnet 1 for the lab point of view. Production, if they might give you the specific subnet, depends on the location, depends on the service, depends on the applications, something they'll give the following naming convention. You can create the subnet 1 and subnet 2. And if they mentioned in this VNet, if wanted to create a 2 subnet, it would be like this: 10.0.0.1.0/24 subnet 1, okay, subnet 1, and 10.0.2.0/24 subnet 2. And in this subnet IP address, how many IP address, how many hosts are coming? How many IP addresses are coming? How many IP addresses are coming? So if you talk about the /24, total, how many IP addresses it would be? Total, how many IP addresses it would be? Calculate, guys.
256.
256, correct? So 24 means always it is 255, right? 255, all ones. Now obviously 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So how do you write /24? So it would be 255.255.255 0 default subnet mask, correct? All are ones.
Correct.
Now, so 2 to the power of, what's the value? 24.
Yes.
2 to the power of 24 and 2 to the power of 0. We are looking for the IP address, correct? We are looking for the IP address. IP address means what? Zeros. 2 to the power of 8, correct? In this subnet 1, how many IP addresses we are receiving? 255. How it is? 0 indicate for 8. Now here 255.255. How do you write it here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and zeros. 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously 2 to the power of 24 is network. Some value 2 to the power of 8. Okay. It is actual value is comes on 256, right? In this 256, remember every subnet, each subnet, note, Microsoft has reserved each subnet. There are 4 IP address are reserved. This might ask you a question in interview again. What are those IP addresses reserved in each
DNS
subnet?
gateway,
Right? DNS,
gateway,
network address.
and
Here
broadcast.
it is. Okay, this is first 0 is a network address. 1 is for reserved by Azure for the default gateway, and 2 and 3 reserved for the DNS, and 255 for the broadcast. Remember, you should be remember this 4 IP address: 0, 1, 2, 3, and last IP address. So overall, considering of this 5 IP address, right? Considering for the network address. Network address you can as always 0. Okay, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and last broadcast IP address. So now tell me, once we build any VM under the subnet 1, here, if I provided for subnet 1 IP address range is 10.0.1.0/24, and if I created subnet 10.0.2.0/24, if I created a VM here, what is the IP address of this VM? Considering reserve of all 4 IP address.
1.5 and 1.6.
Start with
10.0.1.5 and same last second one is 1.5.
no. Think and answer me. I told you here. One is reserved for the default gateway. 2 and 3
Okay.
for reserved for DNS. What would be the next IP
Correct.
address?
Then 4. 4 and 5.
Obviously,
5.
4.
5.
Okay. So now just concentrate here. The most important. Here the once you machine you build it, the IP address would be releasing here 10.0.1.4, isn't it?
Correct.
And same things, if I created another VM in the subnet 2, what would be the IP address?
10.0.0.
2.4.
Perfect. 10.0.2.4. That's it. We need to validate. So after, see this how we are creating VNet. There is a simple step is there. We need to, there is a service called as a VNet, right? In Azure, service called as a VNet. And then create a VNet. It will ask you for the name of the VNet and provide a region where you created. After created for the VNet, we need to create a subnet within this VNet. Very simple steps. Okay. See, everything is already exist in the Azure portal, but only we need to understand that how it is designed, how it is configured. Then accordingly, based on our requirement, once your concept understood, then we would be able to fulfill our requirement, actual production relevant. Good to go. Can we start creating VNet and subnet and we'll see this what IP address we're receiving?
Yes.
Okay.
So once the IP address is received, does this machine VM1, okay, can able to connect other network VM?
Yes.
Yes, this is 10.0.1.0, 10.0.2.0. So default network can connect.
Because they are in same network, so they can connect.
No, there's no
But
same network.
subnet is different here.
Ah.
So
If you talk about the physical network, right? Physical network in a traditional method, if you talk about it, won't be. In between, they would be using for routing part,
correct.
right? They must be using for router. If you talk about physical network point of view. But in Azure concept, by default, this routing has been already established. In Azure concept, by default, this routing, we no need to worry about for the routing concept. The routing is already established, hence we can able to connect between these two VM and VM2. Clear this point? Clear this point?
Yes.
Okay. If I created another VNet, in the same region, which is called VNet 2. Just concentrate. VNet 2. And this IP address would be 192.168.0.0/16, or you can say 16. Okay, example. And in this, if I'm going to creating two more subnet, and this subnet 3 and 4, and the IP address would be 192.168.1.0/24. Correct? And subnet 4 for